This is an inventory of over 20 different supplement bottles, a chaotic collection that has accumulated over years of general wellness shopping. We are evaluating these bottles for a 64-year-old male facing several distinct medical realities. The first condition is moderate to severe osteoarthritis, which makes joint preservation a daily priority. Second is a compromised endocrine system, with half of the thyroid missing. Managing the remaining hormone production is a delicate balance. The third and most urgent finding is an elevated PSA level of 7.6. A PSA of 7.6 is nearly double the typical clinical threshold of 4.0. This level requires active monitoring by a urologist, as supplements function as structural supports rather than pharmaceutical cures. Given these specific diagnoses, the strategy shifts toward targeted symptom management. Facing multiple health issues often triggers an instinct to take every available supplement simultaneously, the kitchen sink approach. But this creates invisible dangers. Taking too many overlapping blends leads to toxic redundancies, where you accidentally megadose minerals that your kidneys must then filter out. There are also chemical interactions to consider. Certain over-the-counter compounds can neutralize the prescription medications required to keep your system stable. Our objective is to audit this inventory and move toward a minimalist, highly curated regimen. Taking fewer pills in a strategic manner provides more reliable physiological support than swallowing all 23 at once. We will start by isolating the specific bottles needed for the prostate defense. Stinging nettle root is the foundational ingredient we're keeping for prostate health. We also add the pumpkin seed extract to this retained stack, and we include the mega zinc to complete this specific protocol. Combining nettle, pumpkin seed, and zinc provides evidence-based support for urinary flow and the cellular health of the prostate. However, there is a biochemical trade-off. Taking 40 milligrams of isolated zinc daily competes with copper for absorption in your digestive tract. While this stack defends the prostate, using it long-term requires periodic blood monitoring by a physician to prevent an induced copper deficiency. The second pathway is the osteo and inflammation protocol. We select astaxanthin to act as the potent anti-inflammatory base for the entire body. To build bone support, we bring in the dedicated vitamin D3. We also add the K2-MK7 supplement to this group. Finally, we will include the blended magnesium and calcium supplement. These work in a synergistic loop. Astaxanthin reduces the joint oxidation causing your pain, while the D3 helps the calcium move into the bloodstream. The K2 is the final step. It directs that absorbed calcium into the bones rather than letting it settle in your arteries. This 4-pill combination directly addresses osteoarthritis pain while supporting bone density. Next, we eliminate redundancies to protect your liver and kidneys. This vitamin C, D, and zinc blend is targeted for elimination. Keeping this bottle would lead to accidental zinc toxicity, since you are already receiving 40 milligrams from your prostate stack. We are also cutting this large tub of calcium, magnesium, and D3. These elements are already covered by higher quality isolates in your osteo stack, so keeping this tub creates a redundant and unnecessary dose. Cutting these redundancies is the only way to protect your kidney's filtration rate. There is a major complication regarding your thyroid status and your reliance on medication like levothyroxine. Calcium and magnesium physically bind to the synthetic hormone levothyroxine if they happen to be in the gut at the exact same time. This binding neutralizes the medication, leaving your thyroid condition essentially untreated. To prevent this, we are establishing a danger zone, a 4-hour window after your thyroid medication where you cannot take any minerals. Scheduling is now the most critical component of your daily health strategy. Your day begins at 6 a.m. with your thyroid medication on an empty stomach. This is the top priority. At 10 a.m., safely outside the danger zone, you take the prostate stack of nettle, pumpkin, and zinc. Finally, with your evening meal, take the osteo stack. These compounds require dietary fats for proper absorption. Over a dozen redundant bottles are now entirely off the table. Remember to maintain your clinical partnership with your urologist regarding that 7.6 PSA. This protocol replaces a random handful of pills with a coherent and safe medical strategy.